Hey guys, Mr. Beefy, glass of little bourbon. So is BNB or any exchange token safe? I don't think so. Um, so here's the BNB on the daily chart, and if you can look at, so I kind of draw the lines on some support, some resistance, and you've kind of got this big gap right here where it's just nothing there to support it on the way down. So if you look on the daily here, it actually formed a head and shoulders. So if you take that measure move from the breakdown, gets us around 49 bucks, 45, 49 bucks. And then we're consolidating here. And look at this, we're starting to get a little weaker. So it's actually made like a little bear flag here. So if this thing breaks down, this is kind of what I'm expecting. So you're going to see a trapdoor down, and then there's just a little bit of support there, just a little bit. It'll get a slight bounce, and in my opinion, we're going to form another bear flag and probably come back down to this area or this area. I think this area will hold. It's pretty decent support there. I don't think it'll break unless Binance goes under. Binance goes under, all deals are off. It could go to zero. The only thing that stinks to me about the Binance thing, well, besides one, right? They don't even have a building. They all work remote. Red flag number one. Red flag number two, CEO lives in another country with no extradition treaty. And then three, right? He's got this $1 billion SAFU fund, right? So it's the majority of it's BNB and Bitcoin, right? And so he's saying, we got $1 billion or whatever. Here it is, right? Proof of reserves, right? With no proof of liabilities. Well, the problem with that is it's figured out at today's prices, right? So what happens if the market tanks and BNB's at 45 bucks and Bitcoin's at 10,000 or 11,000, 12,000, whatever, right? You're looking at, 250, 300, 350 million dollars on an international level for withdrawals. What are you going to do? Right? He's not dumb. He's not dumb at all. He knows what to do. You ever heard that song, "Gone, take the money and run"? He's going to pow out of there. So just be careful. And I will say this. I wouldn't get caught with any exchange token. That means KuCoin. That means whatever it may be, right? Whatever exchange token. Don't get caught holding some of this stuff because it could go absolutely to zero. And I don't see a lot of them making it. Actually, the two exchanges that I think will make it actually don't have tokens, and that's Coinbase and Kraken. And I'm talking about stable coin, whatever, who stable coin or whatever. Going to get rough. And if you look at here, similar to the FTT thing, right? It formed a bear flag. So it didn't have the head and shoulders like BNB does, but it had this bear flag that it broke down from, right? Broke below, try to get back above. If you can't bust them up, you bust them down, right? Same thing over here, right? We're starting, BNB is starting to, it's wanting to break this line. It may take a couple days or whatever it may be, but it's gonna break below, and when it can't get up, boom, trapdoor, boom, right? Right here, if you're a BNB person and you think BNB's the only thing coming or going, I would set some buy orders up for 45, 50 bucks if that's your dig. take a quick look at Bitcoin. Hey, caller. Oh, hang on, guys. We got a caller coming in.
Hello, how are you? I am under
Good, how
the
are you?
water. Please help me. Here, too much raining.
Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. Let's see here. So, this is where I think we're at. Right here. And on Bitcoin, this is the daily chart. So, I think we're getting that little push up. And you got to think, right? Everything's exaggerated on this chart in 2023 because why? We printed, a quarter of all money in existence in the last 2 years. So everything's exaggerated, right? So the moves are as well. So I think we're right here. We're going to probably dump down to about 12.3, 12.5 is my call. And we'll probably see a rally somewhere around 65%. Or no, I'm sorry, 45%. Probably see about a 45% rally. And people are like, bull market's over. Going to the moon. Win Lambo. But here's what you're going to get.
The Macho Man's gonna eat your ass!
Coming. Get wrecked, Moon Boys. So, here's what I would do if I was wrong, right? If I'm wrong, I would set up strategic buy orders 12 to 12.5, maybe 11.5 to 12.5, somewhere in that range. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then have a big one sitting up around $7,000, $7,500. I think that will be the bottom. The reason why, this action right here, in my speculation, right, could be dead wrong, not financial advice, but I think this consolidation is the bottom, right? It is the new floor. That's the reason why. And it all lines up pretty daggone, pretty spot on in my opinion, right? Hold here, hold there, right? Flip side of this, right? 2018 or whatever the bull run is over 2026, 2027 or whatever. I think this is your bottom. I think 16 to 18K is the next Bitcoin bottom. Don't get too bullish, because here's where I think the top is. I think it's somewhere around 37 to 45K, somewhere in this area here. Be a boatload of resistance, man. And I don't think the market's going to have the appetite to bust right through it. And I don't think the Fed is eager to print a gigantic ton of money to push your Bitcoins. And my Bitcoins. With that being said, I think this will lead, right? Here we go down, we come back up, get rejected, come back down, and we see the mother of all pumps. And it'll come in a way that you don't think it's real. You'll have your A, B, C moves and stuff like that. It'll look fake, and it'll look like it's going to dump, but it's just going to keep on nuking up. And it's going to be a healthy rise too, not this BS stuff. It's going to be the real deal. My humble opinion. ETH is still doing the same thing it's done in 2018. Bottom call on it. My bottom call is between $250 to $380, $400 just to be safe. Could be wrong. I got some buy orders there, but not financial advice. AVAX still the same. I like AVAX, but 450 is my call. ADA, Let's look at ADA. Optimistic side, 21 cents, 22 cents. Optimistic. Worst case scenario, I think about 9 cents, maybe 10 cents. And it all depends, right? All depends on what the market does. But near protocol, right around 35, 40 cents. I don't know, about 30 cents to 40 cents, somewhere around that range. 10 cents ain't gonna hurt anybody. Let's see here. Matic's looking pretty strong, actually. Matic's either going to hold 40 cents or it's going to go to zero. Just my humble opinion, because it kind of looks like the BNB chart a little bit. Ain't gonna lie. You see a little slanted head and shoulders. Yeah, boy. It's either going to hold that. Or it's going to go to zero. I don't think it's going to zero. So, I'm pretty bullish there at 43 cents. GMX is a monster. But dude, it's either a bull flag or she's coming back down to reality for a little bit. I've been in this sucker since probably $19 or something like that. Truth be told, I really haven't had a bear market. I've been piling into some of these real yield DeFi projects, and I kind of cashed out of most of my stuff and then flipped them over this stuff on Arbitrum and AVAX. Man, good move. So, we're either going to come down. Oh, let's show you something here. So, this could happen. Let's go ahead. So, this kind of looks like 3 peaks to a doomed house. So we're either going to go all-time high on GMX, or we're going to come back down and test this area around $37. I think the lowest we go is 33. Just my humble opinion. And I will gladly. I have done my own research, and I will gladly buy there. Nobody is on. So, with that being said, guys, be safe out there. Watch some of these exchanges, man. Be Johnny on the spot. Be ready to take your stuff and get off. Don't be complacent. Complacency right now is your enemy. Stay on top of this stuff. Don't take your eyes off it. Stock market, everything's going to get pretty ugly pretty quick. But I think there's going to be substantial opportunity very shortly. So, guys, be careful out there. And till then, we'll see you the next